Well, roads closed, flooded, and washed out after weeks of storms.
That's right. So how does Caltrans prep for these storms, and what do they do after the storm rolls out? We find out now in Tolbert's traffic. Jordan, good morning.
Good morning, Walt and Bria. Well, no matter where you live in Northern California, you definitely saw either flooding, heavy rain, downed trees, or all of the above. I actually talked to one man who lives near Galt about his experience on the flooded roads the past few weeks. And get this, he says he even saw someone kayaking by his home.
And I've lived in California in fact, with a few detours, pretty much all of my life. And I've never seen anything like this.
That was Richard Hartley, who lives in the Galt area. He says though the storm impacts at his home were relatively mild, there's damage all around him from the weeks of storms that relentlessly hit Northern California.
For a while, we were kind of like on an island. If you needed to get to Lodi, for example, yesterday when my mom locked herself out of the house, or you needed to get up to Elk Grove, Sacramento, it would have been quite a challenge by car.
And like Richard says, you can only prepare so much. He says the collective work by first responders, dispatchers, SMUD, and Caltrans was incredible. So how does Caltrans prepare?
We have our crews on patrol. They go out to different locations, and that preventative measure actually starts before the system even gets there, because our Caltrans crews keep up on the weather just like everyone else.
To prevent flooding, they make sure pumps are working, clear debris, and keep a close eye on the roads. But in some instances, like the Cosumnes River flooding on 99, they say there's nothing they can really do besides close the highway, find detours, and send out alerts on social media.
In some instances, everything is working fine, but the sheer volume of the water is just so fast at one moment that our drainage systems just can't keep up.
And so Caltrans says, when they do get these reports of flooding or hazards out there on the roads, they first close it down for the safety of drivers and then try and get the info out on their website and social media feeds. And they really can't stress enough that they really don't want drivers going through those flooded areas.
Absolutely not. So, Jordan, if somebody sees flooding out there or debris, what can they do?
Well, reported immediately. Dennis says to call 911 for any major issues so dispatchers can know where to send those resources.
That makes a lot of sense. All right. Thank you, Jordan.